Hello everybody and welcome back to Hyperion Greenhouse. It is a hot summer day. We're expecting some rainstorms this evening, but for now it is just hot and humid. Just the way I like it, honestly. And you may notice that as I'm doing some watering in here, that there is a stunning lack of anything in bloom. Like literally everything that is in bloom is out of here. Why is that, you might ask? Because I created a little display over here with everything that I wanted to show y'all. Now, of course, everything in here is still growing and doing well. Like, pardon me, even my pinguicula here has got some babies forming on the leaves. So, like, everything's doing well and growing. Bulbophyllum phalaenopsis just matured 2 nice big leaves. Got a lot of healthy growth in here on some of the recoveries and new plants, and just overall, it's a happy greenhouse. Even, you can see it there, the big one there is my Signota's Wine Delight, and it's in spike. It's not in bloom yet, which is why it's still in here. But it's in spike. It's got a spike there, and I believe there's another spike starting right down in there. Yeah, so we got spikes on that. But I made a little display to kind of show off the things that I've got blooming all together. And I've got a Hoya up here just because it was blooming and in the greenhouse, but this is my Hoya lacanosa. Some of you guys might be familiar with it. It's beautiful little fuzzy flowers. It's got 3 spikes. This one is about done, but then there's another one down here. We've got Rintonia Pacific Paranoia opening a fresh spike of flowers. Dendrobium Green Lantern still going strong. I fear its days are numbered because looking at the flowers, they are getting a little bit veiny. Like the veins are getting pronounced, and I usually see that when a flower's almost done. Prociclia Santander, looking fabulous. And smelling fabulous. It still smells like a fruity Dr. Peppery root beer. Dendrobium unicum is open. It rebloomed for me with a few buds off of a small cane that it grew when I got it. Like, it was growing when I got it. And it's just so weird. Non-recipient bright orange flowers with a weird veiny lip. I've got 3 on there, and like I said, it's just a little random rebloom off this cane right here. Don't know how. It's the middle of July. This shouldn't be happening. It didn't get a winter rest. It just existed. I don't know. But this is a fantastic new one here. This is Phalaenopsis Yang Yang Blueberry. This is Yang Yang New Star, which is Speciosa and Tetraspis crossed onto Violacea. It's got a nice little fruity melony spicy smell coming out, and it's got another bed. This is the first bloom seedling from Norman's Orchids. Fabulous. Look how beautiful the rippling shiny leaves are. Here's my Princess Kailawani from High Desert Orchids. Also smelling amazing. It's got this weird vanilla, fruity, grapey, spicy smell. It's a cross of Amboyensis and Violacea. And then of course you guys are all familiar by now with my Valentinii, which has got its 3 spikes looking fabulous. 2 more buds getting ready to open, and then this one's got a 3rd bud developing. This flower just came off. And there's the Rintonia again. Here's Phalaenopsis Violacea forma cerulea. Now it's hard to capture the blue or tone that it really has in person, but it's a beautiful flower. It smells very strongly of cinnamon, which is Violacea's trademark fragrance, I'm told. Galliengia boweri, reblooming again at last. It'll rebloom anywhere from 2 to 4 times in a season off the same spike. So as you see, it rebloomed here. It bloomed here initially, then it branched and rebloomed. So you don't cut the spike off entirely. I just cut it back to just above where the last bud was, which next time I do cut it, when this is done, will be right above here. And it'll branch out from one of those nodes again. But this one's nice because it smells like raspberry candy. Beautiful, interesting striped flowers with a pink lip, tubular lip, and interesting little sepals and petals. And then there's Phalaenopsis LOC Magic Panther. I just pollinated this one a few days ago, but I think it's going to abort because it's starting to yellow the stem. And then hiding here in a kind of an awkward angle, this is Phalaenopsis samara. Now some of you guys may realize it looks like Bellina, and I attribute that to the fact that it was made with an Alba Violacea, And something to note about Alba Phalaenopsis violacea is that, like, I think all of them, or most of them, if not all of them, are not pure. Because Violacea alba is a very weak grower. So most, if not all of them, were bred with a species called Michelitziae, I think it is. Phalaenopsis Michelitziae, to create a stable alba, quote-unquote Violacea, that is accepted to be Violacea because it's crossed with a bunch of Violacea, but isn't technically pure. It's technically Penang Violacea, which is Michelitziae and Violacea. But it's still called Violacea for some reason. But anyway, yeah. So this is generally accepted to still be Phalaenopsis samara. And it's got like Bellina looking flowers, but the difference is that the pink, rather than being a solid blush with thicker substance flowers, it's you can kind of see it. It's like very spotty. The pink is made up of very thick clusters of spots. So it's really interesting. And then, of course, my first bloom Yang Yang blueberry again, because it's just so fabulous. It's got like a light bluish hue to it as well, but not really the way that the Cerulean Violacea does there. But yeah, just a nice little display. All 6 of the warm growing phals that are capable of blooming right now are doing so. Because if I pop back into the greenhouse, you can see that like this my Hieroglyphica import is still kind of growing and trying to recover. Phalaenopsis mannii is recovering from some sunburn, but it's got a nice new leaf growing. And after minus a little bit of damage here, finished this one. And then I have over here is my Phalaenopsis cornicurvi flava and Princess Kailawani flava cross. Sunburned as well, but this is why I got it. It was a sunburned rescue. But it's growing super well. But other than that, none of the other phals are blooming, and the ones I have out here, which is because they're just not ready to. But the ones that are capable are doing so, and they're all fabulous and fragrant and wonderful. Now, of course, anyone who knows me knows that I don't value fragrance altogether. If it's fragrant, it's great. If it's not, it's great. Like, I don't mind. Like, Dendrobium Green Lantern here certainly isn't fragrant. And this is barely fragrant, the Pacific Paranoia. But it doesn't mean I hate fragrance. I love fragrance, and if a plant is fragrant and I like the fragrance, I love it even more. But it doesn't mean I don't like and hate my non-fragrant orchids, because I have a ton of them. I have a ton of non-fragrant orchids, and I have a few orchids that smell terrible, like rotting meat or garbage. And those are not fragrances that you want to have, usually. So, yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to show you guys all the things in bloom all together in one little display. Because I don't get to do this very often, and when I do, it's usually just because I want to take photos. But I just want to take a video of it this time, so thank you guys for joining me. I do hope you enjoyed this video, and hope you enjoy your blooms as much as I'm enjoying mine. Because my summer bloomers are probably my new favorite thing, because if I keep them warm, like Valentinii last winter, they will bloom 24/7 year-round. This one has not been in bloom, stopped being in bloom since I got it in August. It'll bloom through the winter, through the summer, with fragrant, colorful blooms all the time. So you're never without flowers with these guys if you keep them warm enough. Warm and bright. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Do hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys later.